Hello, so in this video what we'll be doing is we'll be setting up a game for D100 Dungeon using the mapping game, and we will be setting it up to play the Dungeon Training Mission 1 that's found in the main rulebook, and then we'll do a separate video actually showing the game being played and how it all works and how you can play any of your D100 Dungeon games using this boxed game. For more information on this and other things that are available for D100 Dungeon, you can check out our website. It's www.mk-games.co.uk, and there's a button there, a link there for D100 Dungeon, which will take you to all the information and so forth. So please do check that out. And so the first thing you do is you take the map cards and you give them a good shuffle. Okay. So they're shuffled, and then we create the door pull. So to create the door pull, what you do is you find all the door codes that have a 0. Now there's 7 here, so you find 7 and remove them from the from the main pool. So we do that now. Okay, so we found our 7, so we leave them to one side now, and then we turn all these back up the other way. Okay, and then we muddle them all up so we don't know what they are, and then you remove 10 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you remove them from the game. They're no longer used for this particular quest, and so we put them to one side, and then the rest you muddle up the key codes that you had with 0 on them, and then they create your your door pull. And so what we do is I'm going to use this counter tray to put all my counters in. So this is now our door pull, and so you just pop them in there. Okay, we'll put that to one side for now. Okay, the next thing we do is we create the monster pool, and so this pretty much depends what counters we use from this pool. At the moment will pretty much depend on what our encounter modifier is. Now we're using an encounter modifier of -40 for this quest, and so we need to use only the counters numbered 1 to 18, and there's a chart here that tells us what counters that we're going to be using. So for instance, if we had an encounter modifier of +0, +5 or +10, then we use all of them. If we have an encounter modifier of +20, then we only use encounters 3 to 53. And so as long as you follow that guideline, you'll be encountering the same monsters that you could potentially encounter should you be rolling on a chart. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort out the counters we need. Okay, and then all of these are all placed to one side. They're not used in the game, and all these go into making your monster pool. Give them a bit of a shuffle, and we'll place them in the encounter table, in the encounter tray. There. Okay, the next thing is your geographic pool. They use all of the geographic counters, so we'll add all of them into another pool. And then we select which side of the monster cards we're going to use. So we want to use the monsters from the original game, we'll choose this side, and if we want to use the monsters from the expansion, the Adventurous Companion, we use this side. So we're going to choose monsters labelled 1 to 18 because that's the monsters that we will face from the counters that we draw, and we're going to use them from the original game. So we're going to choose this side. And then next we just place all these other counters to one side. So we're going to use our counter tray to store all the other counters for the game. And with your overlay counters, it's best to keep them in order of the appearance, in numeric order of the appearance that they will be appearing on the geographic table. So from G16 to G88 in numeric order. Okay, and now you're pretty much ready to start your quest. The quest will start in the usual way, and then you just turn over the card as your first card for your dungeon. So that pretty much concludes this video. We're now ready to set up and play a game of D100 Dungeon, the mapping game, and we've got another video that follows on from this that shows the game in action. So check that out, and thanks for watching.